guys, Ken here, Postcards from Cebu. Welcome back to the channel. So why the Philippines and why a Filipina? And why the Philippines? It's warm. Actually, it can be bloody hot, but I like it that way. The older I get, the less I can tolerate the cold weather, which hurts my bones and my joints and everything else. I actually discovered the Philippines. Actually, Magellan did. But anyway, I discovered the Philippines by total accident. I was, getting over a divorce many years ago and just lonely and looking for someone. And I met my late wife, Vivian, on a dating site called Asian Dating. And of course, she was from the Philippines. And, when you start chatting and one thing leads to another and you get on a plane and you go there. And I did. And I loved it. I loved it. I like the fact that it stays warm. Also, the beautiful thing about it is English is widely spoken in the Philippines. So being an American and not having many different languages under my belt, I speak a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but nothing fluently besides English. And so I was able to get around. I was able to communicate. The English spoken in the Philippines, they have their own way of doing it. They have their own take on it. But by and large, you can communicate fairly well in English with Filipinos. Thailand, I just recently, back in October of last year, I went fishing in Thailand, in Phuket. I loved it. The place is beautiful. It's a little less susceptible to typhoons than the Philippines, which are going to get, the Philippines will get hammered every year with a typhoon or more. It has better infrastructure, but the language barrier is a problem. So, I had to learn a little bit of Thai while I was there, or actually I studied a little bit before I went there so that I could speak a little Thai. But English is not widely spoken, so communicating is much more difficult in Thailand than it is in the Philippines. But I did love the place. Thailand, Phuket, wonderful tropical island, just like the Philippines, 7,000 plus tropical islands. The other thing that I found attractive about the Philippines is that it's affordable. If you're just living on a pension, you can afford to live there. How much you can, depending on what your pension is and how much, how much you can spend and all that kind of stuff. It's going to vary with each person. But by the way, I'm just sharing my viewpoint, my opinions, and a lot of these things are going to be generalizations, and there's just no way around that. But it's affordable on a pension. I'm fortunate in that I'm still working, and for the foreseeable future, my employer wants me to stay working. Even if I'm going to relocate to the Philippines, they're okay with that. I can work remotely. So that's kind of a cool thing. I'm seriously thinking about Siargao, coming soon, next month. I hope, if I get my passport and everything ready. I'm going to go to Siargao, do some fishing there. Some deep sea fishing, maybe get some mahi and a marlin or sailfish or whatever. I'm looking forward to that, and we'll see. So why a Filipina? So Filipinas, in general now, somebody's going to say, hey, I saw a video about a Filipino murderer for hire, right? Hit person. But in my opinion, and based on my experience, Filipinos are very traditional, loving people. And their culture trains Filipinas to grow up to be good wives. And I can attest to the fact that Vivian was probably the best wife a man could have. It's a shame that she passed away in 2017, but nonetheless, I cherished my time with her. She was a very sweet person and very family oriented. Most Filipinos are family oriented. They're also fun loving. They love to have a good time. They love to go out and eat and dance and sing karaoke and have a good time. I enjoy those things myself, so that's a match made in heaven, right? While they do speak English, they do use it differently. And so you got to be careful with jokes in particular. As a matter of fact, a phrase you should become familiar with is joke lang, to let them know that what you just said was joking around, because they don't always get our sense of humor, especially mine, which is pretty dry sense of humor. They don't always get it. So every so often I have to remind them that I'm just joking around with them. The Philippines, their main export from the Philippines is labor. They're called OFWs, Overseas Filipino Workers. And because of their culture, they're trained from a very young age to take care of their family. And a lot of girls, a lot of Filipinas go overseas and become OFWs. They work as, in all kinds of jobs, but primarily caregivers and maids and stuff like that. They work overseas and they send their money back home to take care of their family. It's a special kind of person that can do that, but they do. So you hear a lot of people talking about, the Filipinos only want money, or they only want a green card, or whatever. And it's true that there are going to be some girls like that. That's just true. Especially girls that come from poor families that don't have a whole lot. They're looking for a Western guy that does have a good salary, that does have a good pension, that can take care of them and their family. You just have to kind of screen that out when you're meeting and chatting with these girls. You'll figure it out. I like to look for girls that have income, that they're working, they're doing something. Vivian, for instance, was a chef and was working in a catering business, actually her own business. She and a friend did catering, and they made an income by doing that. So look for that. But so it's tropical, which I love because I can't deal with the cold weather anymore. English is widely spoken, which is a big plus. Like I said, in Thailand, I had to learn Thai in order to get around. Now, in Phuket, which is mostly touristy, a lot of people did speak English. But if you're going to wander around Thailand in the boonies, you better learn how to speak Thai. And so that's pretty much my thoughts on why the Philippines and why a Filipina. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.